go. Crash and flow.
The Mauritians, the old Mauritians, the elders, they say, when they walk inside the house with this exact type of weather, they say,
astaghfirullah. What do they say?
they say it's a cold that goes into your bones.
Yeah.
It's like there is general cold of a winter, and then there's a cold that seems to penetrate directly into your bones.
That's true.
And this is the cold that we're dealing with. Summer doesn't want to come for Canada to Canada.
We don't deserve it, guys. We didn't do good enough last summer.
Yeah. Anyway, Simone Biles and
she
the
had
Yips.
the Yips. So she had the Yips, and it was
That's when she stepped down from competition, right?
Yeah, I believe so. And I don't know how gymnastics works, where you can just step down from things.
What's your take on that? I remember there was this controversy around, well, then you're not a true athlete because you're stepping down because of a mental a mental block.
Right.
And the thing that defines the best of the best athletes is like essentially powering through, whatever, like temporary injuries, soreness, Kobe Bryant breaks a finger, still shows up with his AC, when he pulls it, was it his Achilles that he broke, or was it his AC? And he still comes on the court and sinks his 2 free throws before going off the court. Like those are the defining moments of a true champion. Yeah. And then because it was like mental health for Simone Biles, people are like, sort that shit out and start flipping.
That's apparent. So I thought the same thing. First off, I was like,
I don't know what to. I don't really think. I don't know. Let me get your take on it first.
In normal sports like wrestling, okay, and that's not a normal sport at all, by the way.
It's one of the oldest sports.
It's definitely the oldest sports. There's no yips because the dude's gonna grab you, right? And
the whole thing is yips.
Yeah, and you know what? Like there's skids in all sports. Like, hey, this person's on a bad batting spree, or this person can't get their first serve in these situations.
Yeah.
Or this person all of a sudden has a shooting slump.
Yeah.
Or whatever. But I don't know gymnastics. Right. I definitely don't know gymnastics because I'm like, who knows gym?
Right. Yeah.
And then I saw people who know the sport talk about it. And I thought they would be explaining it in a way that, like, I'm like, oh, it's scientific. And they're like, the yips. And I'm like, okay. Like, thank you for...
Yeah.
But apparently that's a thing in this sport. And I think in this sport also, it's like, if you step out of the way, somebody takes your spot from your own country or something. I don't know.
Right. You're number 2. But Simone Biles, despite what you think about her stepping down during that time, is considered one of the greatest athletes of all time in gymnastics for the USA.
Right.
So whoever's coming in after you is number 2. They're not number 1.
The way my high school tennis worked is that you were ranked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 because you would play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 from the other school. So you go there.
You play their number 6.
You number 1 plays number 1, number 2 plays number 2.
So if you're 6, you're
exactly. But if somebody got like, he's like, hey, my friggin' hip is whatever.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll be able to perform at this level. So he's like, all right, I will take your spot, and they drop off because they're injured, kind of.
Right.
And I think they're looking at the yips as like an actual injury. Like, oh, you need to recover from this lack of can't spin it right. I don't know gymnastics. I don't know the terms. But you're not a cat anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. It is an interesting thing because when you talk about the upper echelon, there's a different, like, it's rarefied air.
Yeah.
Right. Everyone in the middle, like, even if this person was like part of the team and this is like a mid-pack person, this type of thing is, I think that it wouldn't even go noticed. It would go unnoticed, right? Your number 3 doesn't feel up to it. So then the number 5 had to step up.
Right.
No one really cares. Yeah. I think what really happened was because Simone Biles is considered to be the number 1.
Yeah,
right?
She didn't want to take and like she's like, just so you know, I'm not doing it. Yeah, because I'm not gonna be at that level.
Right. No, I understand that, but I also understand like when people are be like, no, what we attribute to the number 1 is like you're on on a level all your own. And I think what happens, you're right, no one knows gymnastics because like even if we don't know what it's like to play NBA basketball. But like we've watched so much basketball over the years that you kind of like there's some stuff about the sport that's unsaid that a viewer who's watched so long will be able to pick up some of the in-between.
In a crazy way.
Yeah.
Like, they know rules and all of it.
Yeah.
While gymnastics, we watch every 4 years. Nobody watches the world. Whatever she dropped out of, if it wasn't the Olympics.
No one. And the thing is that like a lot of people probably were only watching because of the fact that they were like it was either going to be a gold or a silver for that team, right? So like America will show up to watch. It's the same thing in Canada, right? Like if there's any Canadian that's competing that is a chance for a gold or a silver, people who never watch a sport will show up and watch a sport. Yeah. So I think that was it.
I don't think I've ever seen that in any sport other than that moment. Is like somebody pull out of a athletic situation because they're mentally not in the right place.
Yeah,
like. Literally, people have had family members pass away, and they go to the game at night, like Isaiah Thomas and stuff. So I saw a race. It was like Michael Johnson versus somebody, and the other person like was losing, and they're like, "I pulled a cramp," because they didn't want to lose. Like people don't want to lose,
right?
I don't know. I feel like it's weird.
I think it's weird too.
Yeah. Ben Simmons, who's an NBA basketball player, millions and billions of dollars that get paid.
This is the one that can't shoot.
Yeah. He's the one who can't shoot. And at one point, when he was traded to Philadelphia, he was just like, hey, guys, I'm not where I need to be mentally to be on the court. And then all these players have their own podcast, right?
Yeah.
You're like, I'm the setter. Somebody's got to throw me the ball, and I got to dunk it. Who's throwing me the ball? This guy's trying to be nice to me, and he won't play. And it's so funny. But he was just like, mentally, I'm not,
Right. Yeah, you don't want to hear that. Right, like that's the thing is that like
definitely not in a team sport because then it's like you let
you're gonna have to sort this out, right? You don't tell the team, you tell the coach quietly, and then the coach goes and says, okay, we're gonna do some modification to like manage you because that's the coach's job. The team's not trying to hear that.
It does work in individual. Like in jiu-jitsu, we would do the same thing. Is like if somebody can take your. You would never say is like, hey man, I felt so nervous. Or like, hey man, you gotta edit that out. Yeah, it's gonna. But yeah, I like, hey man, my heart rate.
Yeah,
it was like bum 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 bum. I'm not saying that's what anybody said.
No, but like the thing is that that's what everyone's head. Like it's it's super stressful to even do like a regional competition.
I can get my heart rate up thinking about playing softball. I can totally get my heart rate up to 110 thinking about batting.
Right.
I've done it.
Yeah.
Just to see if I could do it. I'm like, wow, you get a 110.
Yeah.
Like a slight sweat.
Yeah.
Just sitting there. My wife didn't think that was possible. I was like, let me show you. Let me put on some System of a Down.
Yeah, man.
Oh, yeah. But yeah.
Well, yeah, no. Well, the clutch gene... This is an interesting thing that's happening. I don't watch Formula One, but there's an interesting thing that happens where it's like, you can drive fast. You can be a fast driver. And there's a guy named Lando Norris. He drives for McLaren.
Great name.
Yeah.
Lando.
And Lando Norris is a very fast driver. He's solid in all things, qualifying and in the actual race pace. He's got it. He's good. He cannot for the life of him perform when he's leading the race.
I was gonna say the same. I was like, there's a clutch gene. Is there like the other gene?
Yeah,
this
is
like
what
a
I
choke
think
gene?
is. This is the.
I just choke.
This is almost the equivalent of whatever clutch gene is for racing. If he's in P1, he there's something like he immediately gets a debuff of like 10 points.
Man,
and if you put him in P4, he gets a buff of extra 10 points. Like he becomes a guy who can make the right decisions for him to move up to catch up.
Right.
So there's a stat. I forgot exactly what the stat is, but it's essentially Max Verstappen has more wins off of Lando's P1.
Oh my God.
Right? So where Lando starts in P1 and then drops down, Max always wins those races. So like Max wins more off of this dude's like qualifying at P1 in the first spot.
I bet you that guy, when he's in that situation and he has that guy behind him, he has something happen to him where he's like, shit, like, it's happening.
Yeah.
It's happening. My nightmare. after like the second, third, fourth, fifth, you're just like, is this just supposed to happen?
Yeah,
like,
this is the way how I race.
Yeah.
I can't do anything. You put him two positions back, then you get Lando again.
Yeah.
Right?
Crazy, dude. Choke gene.
It's so crazy.
Hey, man. Sports has it too, man. Like, obviously MMA, where like some guys just like,
MMA is like the most extreme, right? Because
the dire consequences.
Yeah, you got knocked out cold. Right. You forgot.
So that guy doesn't show up? You mean that guy gets hit in the head 16, like till another guy steps in and says, "Hey guys, I know."
Right? If there wasn't a ref, he'd be dead.
Yeah, that's a bad day at the office.
Yeah,
and
that's rough, dude.
Cowboy used to get those. He used to get these big fights, and he used to just get beat up for some reason, and then he go beat up some middle of the pack guy like a street fighter.
Literally, like highlight reels of combos.
Some random guy we can't name.
Yeah, exactly. Where he puts him away in the slickest, cleanest combo.
But a lot of fighters have this. They're like, yeah, this person just has a bad first round. I'm like, that is a horrible thing to do in a fighting sport.
Yeah.
Hey, the first,
he's a slow starter. If he can get to round 2, his percentage going up.
Yeah. Imagine like you knowing that the other guy knows that about you.
Yeah.
Yeah. But what if this thing is like, hey, he has 50 first round decapitations.
Yeah, man. That's tough. But like, for fighting, it's almost there's no I guess there's no yips.
Those guys are scared,
right?
No, you can listen to fighters.
No, they're all scared.
Yeah.
Like I've heard the greatest.
Some of them are savages, but like
okay, yeah.
But some of them shouldn't be allowed in public.
Yeah, we're glad that they're in the UFC. But like Georges St. Pierre was saying openly, like he was terrified.
He was like, I was scared. I was like,
Yeah, man. Georges St. Pierre might be the most normal dude that fights.
Yeah,
one of the most normal dudes.
It's almost like he doesn't know he's in that body. It's like somebody else in that body. Like it's not this guy. It's so frightening.
Yeah, when he talks about fighting, it sounds like just a regular dude is talking. Yeah. Right? Oh man,
what a great time for MMA that was when you had like Faraz and like that, all those guys that we were like, those guys are savages. Only like I know David Liao. What was David's name? The Crow, something French. Okay. And then Patrick Cote. They were like, wow, what a lion's den.
Right? Yeah.
Just George
from TriStar.
Yeah, TriStar. Yeah. But then he went to Greg Jackson. They played this crossover music like WWE. Freaking now he's there with Cowboy and Marquardt.
Yeah,
Rashad.
Yeah, that was a great time. That was a time. That was like early golden age, right?
Early golden age. Yeah.
There was something special about it also back then because it felt like there was more of like fight and less showmanship back then. Right? It was more of
they were raw. They weren't as good.
Yeah.
And when you're as good, you can do, it's like college. You can do more fun stuff. Because it's not, like, hey, we're down by 40. Like, right. No, they suck too. It's cool.
Yeah, that's true.
So you have more fun with it. I felt like, There's just a journeyman. There was a guy his name was the Immortal. Matt the Immortal Brown. Yeah. And he did a heroin overdose and he died. And they had to bring him back. Yeah. And that was his backstory.
Yeah. That guy was a savage though.
Yeah, but of course. You freaking Jon Snowed, like you died, dude. Like this is a crazy way to live after you die.
Yeah,
you're like
I've showed you the John Anik, the impersonator.
Yeah, the friggin' those are very interesting humans.
Those fighters are.
Those was a great time, man. It was a great time.
Yeah, this also all of these eras were pretty fun, wasn't it? I mean,
and they had their own chokers and guys who wouldn't choke. Like that's the thing. Like even if you compete at a school level, you find that's a percentage of all populations. A guy or a gal that succeeds when they're under pressure, even outperforms what they would normally do. And then you have these people who would be like maybe middle of the pack, but they end up at the bottom, or like second best, but they're like, and you see how some people can work through that, like a Charles Oliveira or whatever. But it's in every. I can see it with my son's classes for sports, even. Yeah. That some kid, we're not even doing anything that crazy.
Right.
They were doing kickball. And I'm like, this kid chokes. This kid sucks. This kid's got no grit. And everybody's looking at him. He's just like,
oh man, the pressure's mounting.
Yeah. Anyways, it's fun, especially at this age, because like it's just raw. It's just whatever they are.
Yeah. Oh well. Anyway, you had your first games.
Yeah, we had a doubleheader. We played Cordoba, and alhamdulillah, man, great. First off, just getting yourself amped up for a sporting event is such a nice. Yeah. Hey, man, that's when I actually read a lot of. I'm like, subhanallah, like this is such a luxury,
right? Yeah.
That I get to drive to a thing and try to get my amped up. You know, like I gotta be running. I'm gonna be running. And then you get there, and then the weather was really nice, and I tried to lay down, and definitely goose poop. Like I laid down, and I was just like, as soon as I was getting up, I was like, I'm on goose poop. It's everywhere. And then we had a great first game. We won the first game. We were tied.
That must have been reassuring.
It was. You know what? Alhamdulillah, there's only 3 people from last year's team to this year's team.
Yeah.
So I didn't. It's good.
Yeah.
It's good because last year we didn't win our first game until the 6th game or something. It was. Yeah. It was everybody else had won. So we won our first game and we lost our second game, and we were missing probably our 4th best batter, and still good. So alhamdulillah, and we played Jerusalem, which is supposedly one of the better teams. They beat us last year in the champion the year before.
And they did the least amount of changes.
No, they changed. They have this guy named Imran, and this guy's a very defensive minded dude, and his teams always have an unusual high level of intensity.
Is this the guy?
No, he's fine. I've never seen him angry. Yeah. But I sense intensity. I can sense how, benches are. That's an intense. You don't mess up on that bench. Yeah. You catch everything that's coming. But it's the cool thing is I think this year drafted his son. So this guy has an 18-year-old kid that he's in a softball league with.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Bro, mashallah. There's a few of those. Yeah. And I'm like, wow, mashallah. You must have been had no fun when you were 24, you were getting married at 25 or something.
Yeah.
Mashallah and all of that. Yeah. So we had a couple of good games.
All right, that's good.
Tomorrow got a doubleheader. It might be like this, so we'll see what happens. Because
this weather is tough.
As long as the water isn't blotching,
you still gonna go.
They play.
The problem is that it's weirdly cold. It's okay to play in the rain, right?
And then I go to Texas on Friday.
Okay. Yeah, for a wedding.
And my wife she has anxiety around the silliest things, right? So she's just like, should I be worried about guns? And I was like, should definitely be worried about guns. You should be so concerned about guns. Yeah. What if you accidentally honk at somebody? Right?
And then you turn around and shoot,
And they sniper you, or they call in a drone attack. And she was just like, you don't take anything I say seriously. I was like, but
but you would want to avoid altercation.
She honked at somebody last time we were in Atlanta.
Yeah.
And me and the other person who was from Atlanta looked at her like, what are you doing?
You're trying to get us shot?
What do you know? She's like, it's a green light. And I was like, okay. Green light to die. Crazy stuff.
It must be a whole different vibe to live in a place where everyone and anyone could have a gun.
Exactly. Do they have a gun? Maybe, actually. I can't say no.
Yeah.
Have I ever seen anybody pull out a firearm in a traffic incident? Once. Right? Just once?
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of
That's already too much.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Right, because I lived my entire life over here and I have never seen it.
Seeing one is actually more than enough.
Yeah, it's too much.
When somebody reaches for something, you're like, immediately, I get it.
Yeah, man. No. See, that's the thing. I've spent too much time in the dark corners of the internet. Yeah. And most of it, in the early days, was all United States gun violence. Yeah. And it was some of it was you bump into me, and that warrants you getting shot in the face, dude. Yeah. It's crazy. I wouldn't want to live I wouldn't want to live in some of these.
They sell them everywhere. You could just.
I know.
What's a nice restaurant in Mississauga that you take your family to?
Red Lobster.
Okay. First off, okay.
Love Red Lobster.
So
you said the family, my parents and everything.
I got you.
And they all like the seafood.
You guys do have a place. I get it. So in Houston, there's a place called Agha's. And Agha's is the Red Lobster. It's actually, it holds 150 people.
Okay.
It's huge.
Is this Turkish?
No, it's Pakistani or Indian.
Oh, okay.
like I don't make and I can tell now it's beginning to bother like parts of my family.
Yeah.
They're like, that's Pakistani. I'm like, all right, dude, I know it's done with. It's truce. Right beside it, I do mean right beside it, like not this it's sharing a wall.
Yeah.
Texas's biggest gun store, and they I don't even know what it's called. They have a huge sign outside that says, "No money, no credit, no problem." Oh yeah, I have a picture, I have a video of it, and then I show a video of this, and I look over here, huge lineup to go into this Desi restaurant
to buy butter chicken.
Okay, and it's everywhere. It's just like it's not like you'd think it would be in places. It's like beside the Whole Foods. Like they give no.
See, that's the thing, though. I don't. I get nervous when I'm watching videos of young kids driving cars stupidly in the highway. Like I'm like, there's no like this kid shouldn't have a car if he's going to be doing this, right? We've all been stupid, no doubt, but like some kids are more stupid than others. Like some people were stupid in like back roads, right? Where if you lost control, you would go into a ditch or hit a tree, but you wouldn't like take out 3 cars, right? And I'm thinking to myself, be like, yo, like I feel like there should be a lot, like you can't be driving this and you can't be doing it like this. And then you imagine, like in the United States, someone with the same level of like intelligence and judgment of safety can also buy a gun that just ends people's lives.
Yeah. And they can't buy fireworks. It's like sometimes it's just like, hey, we don't sell fireworks here anymore. This is a dry county. I'll shoot you if you buy fireworks. You know, like
it just doesn't make any sense.
It's out of hand. Yeah, I agree.
Right?
That's the thing. It's just even I'm sure the people there who like guns are like, hey, this is kind of crazy. Do we need it? You know, do we need it beside the funeral home? Like, why are we you just get revenge after you bury your buddy? Buy a gun. It's crazy.
Yeah, no, it's too much.
They were. I know it's a Michael Moore documentary, but they're literally giving out a gun if you open a certain type of checking account at a bank. It's just like because they did check your ID, right? Like, I mean, that's actually more.
If anything, that was the most background check. That was like a more stringent background check.
Exactly. You got a safety deposit box.
It's one of those things where it's like I don't think it's weird to live around people who have that. Yeah. And then you're just basing it on like hopefully that guy's had a good day.
Hopefully he's a good guy.
Yeah, and not even just a good guy. Hopefully he had a good day because the thing is that like as you grow older in life, you realize that you're only 2 bad news away from the edge of your psyche.
I mean, and shooting somebody are.
I know.
Once I get to the edge,
but like
I'm making a list. No,
but like you are closer to the edge. Everyone is closer to the edge than they think. It doesn't take a tremendous amount to get people where they can start feeling like the ends of their patience, the ends of their like good reasoning.
My wife, if you're late at a green light, dude, if she had a gun, that's how she let him know. Like, I just broke the window. I didn't aim at. I think if you have a nice car and you know how to drive it, my wife has a pet peeve against people who don't know how to drive a nice car.
There's a lot of that, though.
Yeah, it's a problem. She's like, Indians. I'm like, I don't think that's an Indian. That's also her thing.
Really?
Because she can lean into it.
Oh, okay.
No one's going to pull her off of Indians.
Right. That's true. Yeah. I feel bad sometimes where I'm like, this dumbass. Yeah. And then I pull up beside and say, hijabi auntie. And I'm like, assalamualaikum.
I know. People need to stay in there. There used to be some good rules about what your race is and what kind of car you drive. And now anybody can drive anything. And I don't like it.
And why are they all in the way?
Yeah, I get it. I get to sidle up and I'm like, this friggin', okay. All right. You should be in a Kia. You know, like I don't even know anymore.
Yeah. But anyway. What do we got?
I don't know. I thought we started in such a weird Simone Biles yippity-you.
Yeah, but that was fun, actually. I
would wonder, like, what are the biggest chokes? But I'm like, it's just probably a list of people choking.
Oh, okay. This has nothing to do with what I'm about to show. Like, I was going to show you something else. But have you seen, there's a snowboarder.
Okay.
No. Who... Like the tricks that he does is outside of the. When was the last time you saw competitive snowboarding?
No, it's been a while.
It's been a while, right?
Yeah, every like 4 to 8 years.
The tricks that have that are being done right now, is insane.
With the same board and everything.
And from what I remember, It's a black dude that is like redefining.
Put it on.
What type of tricks you make? Hold on a second. Let me see if I can find it. All right.
Okay. First off, I need to know what you're gonna type.
Exactly what you think, bro.
Yeah. What are you typing? What is Yassine typing?
All right. The man's name is Zeb Powell, the most creative man on a snowboard. Okay. This is
How old is he?
5 minutes long. Sorry, bro. I don't have that right now. Hold on a second. Right. Let me just pull up.
What do you think is a good spinning age for snowers?
Like 22?
Man, I think it's like 18 is peak spinning age.
All right. Okay, Zeb.
24. Powell. Just turned 25. Charlotte, North Carolina.
All right, don't watch a video. Let's let me see if I can find something insane first.
Yeah, just look up an insane highlight.
Okay. All right. You know what? I'm just gonna. Here. Let me pull this up. Here we go.
Oh, this kind of stuff.
Potentially the reason why this thing even exists.
Yeah, here it is. This is the video.
The most creative man on a snowboard, Zeb Powell. Oh my good
Oh, that was on ski. Zeb Powell, best knuckle.
Zeb Powell, out of Waynesville, North Carolina, 20 years old, making his X Games debut. And that coffin to backflip?
Bro, coffin to backflip?
See, the ball cam is tough because he pushes so much snow up as he
Bro, the
slides on his
timing?
back there.
Insane.
Those coffins.
I don't know how much. I should probably be more impressed than I am, even though I'm pretty impressed, right?
The leaderboard.
Come on, Zeb, you can do. You were dead on the last one.
Very, very sick.
See, now I'm jaded.
Watch, look at this. Dude, that's insane.
I know, that's insane.
Grabs it.
Then he does it with
Then
both
continues
hands.
on with that 180 at the back. When you went coffin slide backflip, backside rodeo hand touch.
Ooh.
Whoa. And very similar to Jake Cantor's 187.
It's not the video.
No, it's definitely not. It's
It's not the video.
I think you want to put.
What is he doing? He's breakdancing, bro.
Yeah.
Watch this.
I think people can be. I've seen that. Man, I wish I knew more about the sport because I probably am like, I'm impressed.
Dude,
But that's what I thought these people just did. I thought that's all what they did over here was bounce around.
So his nose press, he kind of catches an edge there. Goes down. But watch this.
There was a better video that got me more pumped.
Yeah, but I'm short.
Is it cheat code? Yeah, I'll put it on. Let's see what's going.
Bro, if you could just do that. See, that's what I was expecting.
And then there was one, the chosen one. Potentially the reason why this thing even exists. Dare I say the most
this commentator
creative
needs to
man
just
on a
stop
snowboard, Zeb
tugging the.
Rippy flip, nose grab.
He's just making shit up, dude. Just making stuff up. No rippy flips, nose grabs.
All right. Okay. This is just wait. Are you surely you've seen this? But I'm just gonna play it anyway. Surely you've seen this. All right, here we go.
What do we got?
Oh shit! Hold on.
Hit me some audio.
You guys ever use a doorknob in this place? Because in the Italian household, you would have to open it like you're pulling the laundry. Move it and shake it. Hey, what's going on between these goggles? You better be curing cancer. What, are you at one of those dance rave parties? With the DJ and the skizzy and the whizzy? With the molly and the methamphetamine? In my day, if you want to have a good time, you put on a suit, right? You put the tie on, go to the party, you start shaking.
I wish you made everything about the Italian thing.
In the Macarena. When was the last time you got laid? There's some gabagool on your provolone. Aren't you embarrassed? Aren't you a fucking pussy? My mother would use the wooden spoon like they were ninja stars. She'd be moving, she's Jackie Chan, she's in Rush Hour, and she's talking. I think my mom's calling me. Wagwan, me mother, bomber clap.
He was great here. I love the first 10 seconds of this.
Yeah. Man gets knocked over by. Okay, no.
The first 10 seconds of that, I was like, this guy should have his own YouTube. Like, he should be huge.
Right.
But then he
and
took
then
himself.
Kinda, yeah.
The quality went so
it went
down.
It went down
so
quickly. Right after methamphetamine.
Yeah, God bless neighbor.
All right, and then this just the last one very quickly.
Oh, some cute kids are about to get hit by a fish! Run it back! Run it back! Bro, how big is that fish?
Look at his legs go straight up.
Dude, that kid ate all that fish. Wow.
This girl's already crying.
Look, man, he saw it coming. He was looking at the sun. He's blind a little bit because he shouldn't be out there. He's so pale.
Oh, no.
Did all the kids stay in the boat?
Yeah.
Bro.
What's crazy, that
again.
fish took 3 of them. It's triple hit.
Boom. Bam, bam, bam. He got all of them. What's the dad just yelling here? He's going here. Hold on.
I don't know what that means.
I think, when a woman screams, it freaks out a man too. It freaks you out. And you're like, I'm here. I got it. I'm here. That's all you can be. Because a fish just hit your son.
Oh, man.
Was there a motor to that boat?
Yeah, it sounded like it.
I wonder if that's got something to do with it.
Well, the motor's in the back.
No, I'm just like, maybe it freaks out fishes. Do fishes just hit people just rowing along?
I don't think so.
Probably not.
I don't think so.
It's
That fish is weird. That
Dude,
fish is not
It's a full-grown fish.
He's not respected by his peers.
No, but if that fish was like a stupid fish, it wouldn't be 30 pounds. Like, it's a big-ass fish, dude.
That's true.
It's a big fish.
Right, can you imagine? Or this fish is just like, watch, I'm gonna fuck with these people in the boat.
Yeah, watch. I am so tired of you. I would rather
I can take 3 of them out.
I jump in that boat.
I think I
How
can 3 of them
mad
out.
at you I am, Lucille. And then he's just, he's like what you said. He's like,
This becomes a missile.
he just lost his, I don't know what fishes have as property,
I don't think they have property, bro.
He lost his eating spot.
Have you seen that Arab guy who throws food in the ocean? And you see it, like, I think it's a marlin or a tuna that scoops it.
No, bro, that sounds fantastic.
I
saw a guy who has an Instagram channel about, he just goes down, collects sea urchins.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah. I
one
love
will
those
just-
videos.
I was like, why do I watch these? I watch every one. They're
Yeah.
the same. I'm like, nice. I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah. He's always doing it.
Yeah, I'm like, he really got some good ones there.
Right. And
I
I
don't know
like,
what I'm doing.
and then it always finishes with him cracking one open to feed the fish that's around him.
Yep. And they seem to be, they know that he's going to do this. They're just like, hey. He's like, come on. Got to collect
Let me do
7
my work.
first.
Yeah. All right, check this out.
That is sick too.
Yeah, this is the one I'm playing.
Oh, yeah. Bro, it doesn't breach.
That's crazy scary,
Yeah.
bro.
Look at that. Do this again. Wow. That's not the LeBron James of tuna. That's just a tuna.
Yeah.
That's why we have too much diversity, by the way.
Right.
Did you know tunas are so fast and agile that they don't disturb the surface of the water when catching their prey?
So you can have stuff read in Attenborough's voice now?
Yeah.
Wow, that's a cheat code.
Yeah.
So, what's that French sounding name guy on Andrew Schultz's crew?
Uh,
A white dude with a curly-
Gagnon, Mark
Gagnon.
Yeah.
He has his own podcast.
Yeah, and he delves into weird stuff, doesn't he?
It's so I wasn't even aware he had his own podcast until yesterday or the day before.
Yeah.
And it's all like, let me tell you about Hinduism.
Yeah.
He's doing religion stuff. He
did something on the Kaaba.
He's doing a lot of religious stuff. Yeah. So I listened to it, right? And he says in any religion, I'm not Muslim. I'm not saying I'm Muslim. I have some Muslim homies. But then he just, he's like in Surah Baqarah. It's just like, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's wild. It's Psalms. Like he will talk
He goes
about
deep, huh?
He talks about stuff that you don't think he cares about, actually, more than anything. You're like, why does he even care about this stuff? But it's very interesting. It's not bad at all. I've been listening.
Okay, cool.
He's got some alien stuff too.
I see.
Intersectionality is,
That's interesting. Yeah, he's a character. Like the more I learned about him, I'm like, oh, this guy is.
He's coming.
He's thoughtful.
He's in town. I don't know how big he is, but like he's coming.
Oh, just by himself? He's not touring with the boys?
No, I think he's coming. I don't know if he's coming. You want to plug him in? You're just going to see where he's coming to in case the people want to go?
Marc Gagnon.
Marc Gagnon. We saw him open for Andrew Schultz twice.
He's
solid.
Fun.
He's solid, dude.
Yeah, he was solid
Jokes.
opener. Solid opener. Would he have it on his Instagram? Do you think?
No, just go like Toronto.
Oh, okay.
And then it'll probably give you like a $700 ticket, maybe. Admit one. Where are you coming?
Saturday, August 23rd.
At the Royal.
The Royal.
That's not bad. That's a good venue. That's not huge. I've seen Hassan Minhaj at the Royal. Royal is like, it'll probably seat over 1,000, but it's not like 2,000. And it's...
Yeah. Any other good comics?
I don't know. Who's coming? Upcoming comedians, Toronto? I think freaking Deftones are coming with System of a Down.
That's all you.
It's the freaking... Man. I got to see Rage Against the Machine. This is the only other thing I'd want to see. But...
Okay, I don't like any of this.
Yeah, I don't. Oh, can you go down to a couple? I'm on this show. Yeah, I don't know why it works this way. You could, yeah.
Upcoming stand-up comedy shows.
No, yeah,
okay.
we'll do that. Comedy Bar might have some stuff. Right there. Yeah, this is not. I wish it was curated slightly differently.
All right, no worries.
It is what it is. Tune us, everybody.
Tune us. This has been episode 496. Thank you for hanging with us. We'll be back in a week. Take care of yourself. Good night.